Masaru squinted through the pall of greasy smoke at the cards in front of him. The dealer watched him through half-closed lids, a blue-black wreath coiled in the air around his head. Masaru lifted his pipe and inhaled another lungful of lotus.
"Don't let the dragon steer the ship, my friend," whispered Akito.
It was the traditional warning for a lotus smoker about to make a very bad decision. Masaru exhaled, tendrils of smoke wafting up through his greying moustache, past bloodshot eyes. He took a sip of red sake and turned to his friend, eyebrow cocked. Akito was a mountain carved out of solid teak, harder than a 7-pipe hangover. His hair was drawn back in diagonal cornrows across his scalp, blonde streaks bleached through the black. 4 jagged scars ran along his chest, cutting across the beautiful phoenix tattoo on his right arm. The big man was handsome in a rugged, weather-beaten kind of way, dark, clear eyes regarding his friend with concern.
"You worry too much,"
Masaru smiled. 6 men sat in a semicircle around the low table of the gambling house, their cushions torn from some abandoned motor rickshaw. The walls were rice paper, painted with figures of exotic women and even more exotic animals, fat pandas, fierce leopards, and other extinct beasts. Low light flickered in the overhead globes. A sound box sat above the bar, crafted out of dull grey tin, its speaker cans connected to the main unit with frayed spools of copper wiring. Guild-approved music spilled from its innards, the thin, wavering notes of shakuhachi flutes, accompanied by the clicking beat of wooden percussion. The growl of a struggling generator could be heard somewhere downstairs. Fat, black lotus flies swarmed among the rafters. Each man had stripped to his waist in the sweltering heat, displaying a myriad of irezumi tattoos in all colours of the rainbow. A few of the players were tiger clansmen, sporting ink from the hands of minor artisans that marked them as men of moderate means. 2 others at the table had no kami spirits marked on their flesh at all, just simple patterns of koi fish, geisha girls, and wild flowers that singled them out as low-born. Known as burakumin, these clanless types lurked at the bottom rung of Shima's caste system, with little hope of ascending. Unable to afford elaborate inkwork, a straight razor and a smudged handful of cuttlefish ink was the closest any of them had come to a real tattoo parlor. The intricate imperial suns radiating across Akito and Masaru's left upper arms had been noted by everybody in the room, and not for the fact that the irezumi marked the pair as the Shogun's men. There was no shortage of desperate folk in the streets of Downside, some perhaps even desperate enough to risk Yoritomo no Miya's wrath, and the simple fact was that the more elaborate a man's ink, the fatter his purse was likely to be. Hushed conversations could be heard from the thugs and lowlifes skulking at other tables. Rumours of last week's refinery fire, news of the war against the Round Eyes overseas, and whispers about the latest attack of the Kage rebels on the northern lotus fields, all drifted in the air with smoke. Masaru cracked his neck and touched the exquisite 9-tailed fox design sleeving his right arm, whispering a prayer to Kitsune. Fox was not as fierce as tiger, brave as dragon, nor as visionary as phoenix. His people were not great warriors or explorers, nor lauded artisans. Among the clan kami spirits, he was the easiest to discount. But Fox was cunning and quick, silent as shadows, and in long-forgotten days when the kami still walked Shima with earthly feet, Fox had imbued his people with his most precious gift, the gift of a desperate, uncanny luck. Masaru rolled a koku coin between stained fingers, a 2-inch rectangular braid of dull grey iron stamped with the seal of the Imperial Mint.